sfeer op FM. Radio Stad Den Haag.
Radio Stad Den Haag. Radio Stad Den Haag. Iventi d'Azzurro, il Love Italo Disco.
the show with, and even though we have this still sad feeling amongst us because of the sad, saying goodbye to Marco van Dalen, nevertheless, we try to be as cheerful as possible because life goes on, and Marco was a big Italo disco fan, so you have seen via Facebook, I presume, the images and the comments of what has happened there to say goodbye with. Michiel was there, Gwen was there on behalf of the Radio Stad Den Haag crew to have to be present at the condolence hour. 2 hours actually. So we of course think of him, but nevertheless we have a radio show full of beautiful Italo disco music, and we have this special thing going on. If you are looking carefully on the screen, you will see a guy with a white sweater. Uno. And no, that's not white. Well, actually, we have a D White. We have also D White in the show later on. But Andrea Francescato, he's in Holland for work and of course as an Italo disco fan. And that's really something special because there are not so many young Italian guys who are really into the Italo disco scenes of the 80s. But he is, together with Matteo Redigolo. And we will having a good time tonight. We're going to play music because of him, because of them, and for them, of course. And they will be present also at the performance of Vince Lanzini in Delft in Febbraio. So we have a lot of things to discuss. I'm going to ask him, of course, some questions, and that counts also for our friend that we have in the UK, in London. And in London is living Rubix, and Rubix made a song, a beautiful one, Atlantis, with D White. D White, I told you, Dimitri is listening from Russia to the show. And, well, that song it became so popular that we want to have some extra attention to it. And we grabbed the opportunity to talk live via Skype with Rubix, which will be wonderful because he's a good friend. He's going to make and create more music, not only with D White. So we are going to listen to that guy with the beautiful voice more than several times in the future. So that's why we have so many ideas of, well, having an extended Italo disco show of Iventi d'Azzurro. And you have seen Ron. Ron is here not only with the purpose of being nice and being friendly, but of course we have 2 releases to present to you on Iventi Records. Maybe you've listened to the Sunday Night Live yesterday evening, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you didn't had that opportunity, well, we can make you happy tonight with the upcoming releases on Iventi Records, and we pick 2 of them, which will be the cabaret. We need to learn that cabaret. And of course the Attack song made by, amongst others, Michiel van der Kuip. Now you know a lot of things about this show, but I go back to the beginning because we need to think about Marco van Dalen. And then, of course, we thought about good music. And Mark Bongers, present in the live chat. Yesterday he was here in the studio. He said, could you play Alba? Only music survives. And of course that is a beautiful thema. They say something like this in South America, I think, and in Mexico. Well, it's a beautiful song that we want to dedicate also in memory of Marco van Dalen. To him, he is for sure watching us all from the Italo heaven. And, well, Marco, we say goodbye. And of course, you remember, only music survives. Here's Alba. really near to our heart, and for sure also to the heart of Mark Bongers. And I think he made a wonderful choice, not only because we already loved the music of this song since 1985, Mirk Music, Alba, now well-known television presenter in Italy, of course. And I think it's appropriate to play that one in memory of Marco van Dalen as well. The same counts for the next one, and then of course we go over to other businesses of today, because I told you we have a lot of things to do with the new releases, with the contact seeking with London, because Rubik's is over there waiting, very exciting to have him in the show, of course, and it will be wonderful to speak to him and ask him something about the birth of Atlantis and the cooperation with Dimitri D. White. But first of all, we go to this one.
Why? Tell me why.
Why?
That could be something, because, you know, why
Why?
it can be so unjustified, with so big injustice in life, when some people die so young in life and some can really last, well, what it seems forever, to be very old. But nevertheless, I think we can honor for the sake of Marco and all others that passed away, with the Tell Me Why. It's a miracle, it's a riddle, but this is Stilo singing about it. And of course, you remember, they had the permission to use the name of Stilo, Mauro Farina and Giuliano Crivelente.
Only you
Stilo, Time Records, and the why, and she's saying, of course, the tell me why. Time Records 1039 out of the archives of Iventi d'Azzurro. You're listening to Radio Stad Den Haag. And of course, we have Michiel as the technical supporter. We have Andrea as a special guest, un ospite speciale dall'Italia. And we have Ron. And he is amongst us for reasons of the new releases of Iventi Records. And he brought a special song tonight to play for you, because yesterday we played Hildegard, and that was something really special from the Etichetta Disco Magic. And we have, of course, Maurizio as a digital king, and already waiting, you can't see it now, but waiting for the connection, Rubik's from London. And he is going to explain something more about the Atlantis song that he co-sang with Dimitri, and he can say something more about that, of course, shortly. Just after this one, I dedicate this one to Dan Komen in Romania, because he said and explained to me that when the saxophone played, he is getting very much emotional because of that sound. And it's true, it's really true. It's always getting this kind of mixed emotion, but beautiful. This is the new release of Romano Bais on Iventi Records for last time, and 6 new ones are already coming up. So The Prisoner of Love is dedicated to all of you who likes the music made in Italy. What a beautiful song this is. It will remain for many years after this year a great hit for Romano Baez, and we are so proud of this friendship. That's number one, of course, and also to have this song in our collection. It's still available if you want to purchase this one. It's eventirecords.com. So we are about to have a chat with Rubik's. He's ready. He's ready. He was sipping a drink. I have seen that.
It was a milk. It was milkman. Milkman. It was a Milky Way.
But we are getting in the mood with this UK song. I will dedicate this to Will, to PTB, to John, and to all out there. Maybe Howard as well. I didn't see Howard in the chat as well now. But nevertheless, all people connected from the UK, because probably there are a lot of people liking Rubik's a lot and following him. Listening now to this radio show of Iventi d'Azzurro via radiostaddenhaag.com. And we say warmly welcome to you all, of course. And this is Stad with The Love Trap on the Passion record label.
The first step of affection is a step in my direction. Your infatuation, you get a love attack. The art of my illusion lies in changing your conclusion with forces and intrusion. It's the love impact, and still they keep returning.
Are you ready? I am. I said I dedicated this one to all the UK fans and friends, but also I saw the US guy, JD Tanner, and he said, "Oh my gosh." That's the polite way of saying this. Not swearing in the radio show, you know. So that's why I thought, well, you see, it's more approachable for other people as well. The Astaire Love Trap is really a beautiful one. It's a UK disco hit from the 80s, and we cherished that Passion label really to our hearts. And, well, Astaire was not the only one featured on that label, of course, but it's a very important one to all of us. And since we are connected with the United Kingdom, you know, I don't know. We are not going to have politics in the show. We avoid politics in the show. But sometimes you need to say that after the Brexit, some things have changed. And there are more things changed in the world. But that hasn't affected at all the friendship that we have with... Are you ready? Rubik's! Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Hi, Marcello.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to the show, man, because we are really delighted, so to speak, to have you here in the show. And I just said to the people in the beginning of the show, maybe you have heard it already, that I said this, that it's not usual that young people, especially Andrea, who is a young guy from Italy, are liking so much Italo disco songs, or in your case, also referring to the energy songs.
I know.
The energetic beats. So that's why I think it's more an honor for us also to have this one. And people may ask, what is a British guy doing in an Italo disco show? But
I love it. I absolutely love it. I've loved it for years, though. I've loved it for years, Marcello. As you know, I absolutely love Italo disco.
Okay, well, then people would like to know, who is Rubik's? Can you give just a little bit of a biography, not revealing too personal things, but just saying to the people, what is this guy like, and what are his preferences for the music? Because I know for a fact that you like fancy, but you can do something better. Just explain to all the listeners and the viewers, who is Rubik's?
Rubik's is definitely, I'm always tuning into the original beat. So, like, you know, you can send music down house, you can send it down trap, but I'm very much about trying to keep that original beat and trying to, like, kind of emphasize on the absolute classics that we've had 10, 20, 30 years ago, and then just to try and just keep something new and modern and present. If it's something that can take you away, then Rubik's is definitely a song that will make sure that you can dance or sing along. That's always been what I wanted to create. 100%.
Oh, thank you. Well, don't laugh. Don't make me. but you sound so British.
Do I?
Not too posh. No, but you know, the difference is, well, I think a lot of people understand when the Americans say, "Oh yeah, I like to dance."
Oh yeah.
And of course we say it perfectly. I'd like to dance.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Actually, the funny thing is, when I record music, the pronunciation will come across actually British, and when you hear it, it's like, I want to dance, and people are like, dance? You don't mean dance? I'm like, I don't say dance, I say dance.
Maybe you should change then the gestures with the dance. I do it automatically. Okay, well, of course, I hope you feel very welcome now to be live connected, because sometimes you are in the chat, we know that. Yeah, but this is such a, well, I think an honor to have you here. Can you explain something, how a guy like you from the UK, from London, got connected with Dimitri? Ciao, Dimitri! Welcome to the show as well, D White.
Yes, D White.
Well, can you explain how on earth British guy got to sing along with D White? Explain.
Well, basically, I'm always listening to new Italo music, all different kinds of variations, and I literally just reached out to D White, and I've been working on a new EP. You know, as we know, we've got some new music coming out, and I just literally reached out to D White, and I was just like, look, you know what? I think together we
You
can
know
make
what?
a really good song. You know what? You know what, Governor?
Yeah.
We'll make a really good song. And honestly, he you know, we discussed it. I said the idea. I was just like, look, we need something happy. We need something upbeat. Like we need like something kind of like positive going on right now.
Yeah.
And we discussed what the concept could be. I said that, look, Rubik's is all about just like making you want to have a dance or sing along or repeat. You know, I love a song that you can play again.
Well, and the combination is perfect.
Isn't it great? And he's very repeatable. Like you just play a song and you're like, I want to hear that again. And we just sat down and we just started talking. And then I really wanted something that was very kind of like other world. So Atlantis made sense, like, you know, an underwater city, like something that you could listen to anywhere in the world and you could just like enjoy. It started from there. And we started going through very different variations, different instruments, different melodies. And then suddenly it landed and we were like, whoa, this is actually really cool.
But did you wrote the lyrics yourself, or did you get help from somebody else's? How does it go? What's the political choice that you had made for creating the lyrics like they came out now?
So they were co-written. So we had an idea. Both of us had an idea.
Okay.
What do we want it to be? And then we had a professional lyricist for this song. Usually I write most of my songs, but this one was like, we need this to be like A star, like absolutely perfect. And she, Ingrid Wheeler, she was just like, I know exactly how to do this. And she did. She just first draft, perfect, absolutely perfect. That's what we ran with. It was amazing.
Okay, but if people wonder now that you say, well, this was a song created with Dimitri, together with him, and with that wonderful woman to help with the lyrics, this was not your first musical experience, right? You are a singer already. You have done something in the UK before.
I have. So if anybody's out there from about 2014, they might realise or recognise my name as being someone who was around the Eurovision scene. I was very keen to get into Eurovision with a song called Wild Thing. I took a bit of a break for about 4 or 5 years, but very much so after that, I have been all guns. And Atlantis, the song that we've been able to create with D White, has basically been my comeback, as in like, let's just nail Italo disco.
Okay. Well, I suggest that we can now listen to the song and then we get back to you after the song, right? Is
Amazing.
that possible? Okay, well,
Amazing.
we watch now Michiel because he has to make a technical switch. And then we're going to watch the Atlantis song with big hello to D White, respect to Dimitri. And, well, take a look and listen. we have a round of applause for this guy because it's really 140,000 14,000 views already on the YouTube channel. This is amazing. Really, Rubik's. This is amazing. So
it's amazing. It's been easily the biggest song I've ever released. Over 100,000, as you just said. Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that everybody likes it.
But I know something for a fact that maybe it could happen, that there is the idea of creating an official video of this song. Is it still, because we know without explanation too much, but of course everybody knows the situation in the world. Is it something that maybe is blocking the idea for a video? Or is it still going on that there could be an official video?
So the video has been confirmed. It is happening. Yes, everything going on in the world has delayed things. However, I would say about 70% of the video has been done.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you a little bit of I'm going to do you a little radio exclusive. We're going to drop a video at the same time as possibly alluding to something else. How about that? I'll say that. I'm going to just say that. That's it.
Well, you make us curious, of course. But nevertheless, when we have a good excuse to call you again and to ask you something, or maybe having Dimitri also in the...
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be amazing as well. Because I think it could be, but depending on Dimitri, if it's capable and having the opportunity to join us with the footage with the images of the video. When you recorded the song, did you expect it to be this successful? Were you hoping for a little bit of success? What were your ideas from the beginning, or did you believe in it right away?
No way did we think it was going to be like this. This was like, we actually sat on this song for about 6-7 months before we then thought, you know what? Let's put this out there, and now it's like in charts in Poland. You know, it's actually doing really well. And we were just like talking on Facebook the other night, and we were just like, wow, this is done really well. So like, we really want to like just keep going down that avenue and just trying to make something that's really nice and uplifting and, you know, sing along to. But there's no way that we thought it was going to do this at all.
So now we are getting more excited even when there's new stuff coming up. So 2023 could be a year for another release by you, by Rubik's, right?
For sure.
Yeah, you could be a star in the Italo disco music and the new gen. A new star is born. Is there anything you like to say to the listeners and the viewers of Iventi d'Azzurro and Radio Stad Den Haag?
Well, of course, I absolutely love this radio. Marcello, you're amazing. Come on, let's be honest. Like, you're absolutely amazing. The people you know, the music you know, to have such just to hear like this from someone like you is always like amazing. I can't take that for granted at all. And obviously people who like music like this, you know, it is a niche. At the end of the day, it is a niche. And to do something that people enjoy within this niche feels really good. So I want to say is thank you so much to everybody who supports Rubik's and Atlantis and D White. And I hope as we continue to work and we continue to release more music, we deliver music that you want to hear.
Thank you so much with all of our hearts and on behalf of the live chatters, of course, and the listeners and the viewers of this radio station. Let's be curious, of course, how in future maybe people will respond to this radio show, because I think the after viewing via YouTube could be very interesting also. So thank you, Rubik's, for your time. Thank you for your friendship. And keep on creating beautiful things in music.
Oh, I will.
Yeah,
I will. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. And of course, we continue with the show. And, Peter Wilson, he's a well-known guy. And we are going... Well, he released a song called Lullaby. And Lullaby was in Italy... produced by Richard Milella for Cherry. So the Lullaby song was on the DDD record label, but... Peter Wilson created that one for his own. So if people are interested to find Peter Wilson on the internet, on the YouTube channel, you can find the Lullaby song. But tonight, because last week we played the Lullaby by Peter Wilson. Now we are going to play the original by Cherry. So I hope you will enjoy that as well, Rubik's.
I will.
Okay, bye-bye. Have a nice evening. And say hello to all know your fans. Bye-bye. We appreciate it a lot, this one. Yeah? Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Okay, let's continue with this song out of the year 1988. And this was the inspiration for Peter Wilson to record the Lullaby song. And this was sung originally by Cherry on the DDD record label. You know, from Eros Ramazzotti. The first ones were published on the DDD record label. And a lot of other people more. And remember, Maurizio Bassi was involved. And well, a lot of people really had a finger in the Cherry project. And we love, really, Nadia as a singer. So, here it is in Iventi d'Azzurro. And Radio Stad Den Haag.
Legends and stories
James Rubix for having this wonderful interview with all of us here at Radio Stad Den Haag in the show of Iventi d'Azzurro. My name is Marcello. You have seen the other ones already present in the studio and enjoying the music that we play. And of course, this had a really UK firma sign because we wanted to have this really good promotion. You know, when young people are interested in Italo Disco, you need to cherish that. If they are coming from Italy, like Andrea and Matteo and Elia and, Francesco, all the others involved, but also from other countries. If it's Poland or Romania, Germany, Denmark, Finland, Norway, or whenever, France, Spain, we love you all the same. So after this one of Fluo, Magic Mirror, you know, Rubik's was singing about the mirror, to turn the mirror upside down. This is about a mirror. So just pay attention to this one. It's an old Disco Magic song on the Academy record label. After this one, we go to the first of the new releases on Iventi Records, and we're going to play the Attack song, Desire. Oh! up till the end because I needed the time to prepare something for what we're going to present to you as the new releases. Because I want to explain again what we said yesterday night with the help of Gwen and Menno in the Sunday Night Live. And I was very happy to be there. And now Ron is over here once again, not to control everything, but well, when Edward is on holiday, we are now a little bit responsible for the communication between you as a fan and what we like to present to you as a new release. Because, well, we are very busy with new music and we have so many new tracks to present to you that we have now made, well, maybe a little shorter time than usual, not so many months in between, like the end of November with the Fun and the Romano Bice song, you know them, and Paul Parker. Well, this is now, let's say half of January, and we expect the new vinyl to arrive maybe the end of the month, but in February for sure. And, well, not to present all 6 of them, listen carefully, 6 new releases in one radio show, we want to divide. So we have this common political choices made to have 2 songs tonight as well. But I have an extra surprise for you, because you, as a loyal listener to Iventi.Zuro on a Monday night, you are going to have an extra gift. So we are going to repeat what we did yesterday with the Desire of Attack, made by Michiel van der Kuij. And in cooperation, of course, with Hot Sound, Erik van Vliet. You are going to listen to the Desire song. Then we are going to represent you the Cabaret in the remixed version. Very happy to present that one because of the friendship with Giorgio Dolci. I will explain that later. And we are coming back then with another Attack, because the vinyl of Attack, and you couldn't listen to that one yesterday night, has another side. Call it an AA side, but it's really a strong song as well. So now I think it's time to dedicate this one to the beautiful friendship that we have with Michiel van der Kuij, and of course with all you out there as a fan of Attack. If you like the laser dance, if you like the times in the 80s with Attack, you will surely like the voice of Jodie Piper, and you are going to enjoy the song of Desire. And then I promise you to have 2 more songs in the show regarding the new releases. And I'm going to talk something more about Numa. Yes, Mauri Pirota and Nunzio. And of course, you understand that has all to do also with the new releases. Are you ready? Here it is, the new release by Attack.
Stad FM. Stad FM. Stad FM.
Dat was hem. No jingle needed. So, you have listened to The Desire by Attack. Thanking Michiel van der Kuij. First in line to thank. And, well, I told you, as a loyal listener to this show, we're going to surprise you also with the flip side of this vinyl, upcoming vinyl. Remember, you can't order them yet. Because it's too new, there are no possibilities on the site to order them. So be patient. This is just step by step introducing you the new releases, because there are 6. So next week we have another 2 of them to present to you. And now you understand our policy. So, I think we move on to Cabaret. Well, that's another story to tell. Because, you know, everybody is so familiar with the original version of Cabaret, which is, well, Cabaret, which is really phenomenal. But some of the vinyls maybe you have used are worn out. Maybe you haven't had the possibility to purchase that one in original label of many records, or maybe on a foreign label. But nevertheless, we could add something really unique. That is the Iventi release of Iventi Records, creating something beautiful for you as a fan, as a musical fan, because we have the original demo version, the first version ever created by Giorgio Dolce. You can listen to that one on the vinyl as well, as a kind of bonus. There's an extra added remix. You're going to listen to that one shortly. And then, of course, we have, in short, 4 versions for you. And now it's coming to be more important, we have the photograph of the portrait of the original singer, Guido. Guido Gianotti was the original singer of Cabaret. And that's really creating something beautiful, because nobody ever saw him as a singer. Maybe you thought that was Giorgio Dolce himself singing in that famous version, so many times voted for as #1 in our radio Stad Den Haag top 100 of all times. So as a feeling of gratitude towards you all, we thanked not only Gwen as Mama Radio, but also the rest of the Radio Stad Den Haag crew. And specifically you as a fan who voted so many times, so many years for the Cabaret on #1 with that Right by the Moon. So I hope you are ready for another treat. And then we come back to you with the Attack song. So, are you ready for this? Here it is, Cabaret.
Of je nou bewust of onbewust naar je radio luistert, met Stad Den Haag hou je contact. Elke dag. Dus zet je radio gewoon op Stad. Want van de allerbeste is er gelukkig maar 1.
Stad FM.
you for listening to Radio Stad Haag. Always the best music.
Stad FM.
I am Giorgio Dolce, the producer of By the Moon. Thank you for listening to Radio Stad Haag. Always the best music.
Oh, wonderful. Grazie, Giorgio. Now living in Thailand with Jana, his lovely wife. And, we are really grateful to have this one presented because also years ago already he gave me the original photographs of the late Guido Gianotti. You have listened to his voice. It was really something special to have the portrait of them. And it's going to be printed on the copertina. On the record sleeve you will see who is Guido Gianotti, and I'm very grateful to be able to show that to you. And it's all started with the friendship, and this is what I'm often telling you. So many things with the armonia, with the harmony, with the emotion, with the friendship that we have. Dal cuore in cuore, from one heart to another, we feel the same thing. And that's why we miss Marco van Dalen so much. And also this wonderful singer, Guido Gianotti. Rest in peace. There's also something extra to say, but he's going to kill me if I'm going to explain why I'm going to mention this. Ma che cazzo stai facendo tu? Okay, let's go to the Move in Time. That's another present that I'll give you, because yesterday night we presented the former two, the first Attack and then the Cabaret. But this one of Attack, Move in Time, is equally great. I hope you will agree and that you enjoy this one as upcoming release on Iventi Records. It's huge, it's wonderful, and next I will tell you something about the releases upcoming, but I need also to jump from one vinyl and one presentation to the other, but you will explain later on. First of all, this one, the Move in Time. Here is Attack.
Jij en je radio verdienen Stad Den Haag. Kwaliteitsprogramma's waarop je kunt rekenen. Dus zet je radio gewoon op Stad, want van de allerbeste is er gelukkig maar één.
Radio Stad Den Haag. Radio Stad Den Haag. Radio Stad Den Haag.
agreeing that this is equally a hit. But we are convinced, and well, that is Ron and me as your humble presenter of the show. We are agreeing that this is such a big upcoming hit. Well, you know, it's coming out on Iventi Records, and Desire is the flip side of the song, of this vinyl. And this was an extra gift to you. There is coming up more news about the releases just after the next record. I'm planning like that. And of course, we still have Andrea in the studio. Matteo is really anxious to see him more near to the microphone and playing some good music chosen by Andrea, and he will introduce himself a little bit more, because now he's a little bit of a stranger in the white sweater, but he will introduce himself better to you all, because he's going to work and live for some months in Holland. So it's not the first and the last time that you will see him. He's going to, maybe a bit of an influencer in the show, because we are backed up with the information of Matteo Redigolo, and then it's a perfect combination to have also beautiful times with the Italians. And to Georgios, I told Georgios already, I have some wonderful dance music in the waiting room, because I have so many things to do. Okay, Marcello, less talking. I have some news to tell you regarding the new releases after the next song, because, you know, there is a guy performing in February. He's coming to Holland, and it is not an Iventi del Azzurro party, but it's in cooperation with the fans. You know, if Dennis van der Berg, if Michael Halp, if anyone is involved in creating something beautiful for the fans, it's okay. It's okay. So I hope you will be able, for the 14th of February, to come to Delft, Cultuurlab. Inform yourself, find your way on the internet, and be sure to have a ticket to be there. 25 euros, and then you have a wonderful night, beautiful music, starting at 7:30 already in the evening with the DJs Michael and Dennis. So that's really a guarantee for beautiful music. And then the performance of Vince Lanzini as Scotch on stage with this one, Take Me Up For Sure. Vince Lanzini on stage 14 of February in Delft Cultuur Lab, and try to be there because we can always use all the support. I just spoke to James, to Rubik's in London, and he said over 1K, so thousands of people really joined us during the show to listen to the song. It's really incredibly wonderful. Thank you, and auguri, auguri, auguri. The other guy, maybe to surprise, is in Italy, and it's Mauri Pirotta.
How can it be so
Because next week, him, Nunzio, Marco, Dennis, we're going to surprise, of course, you with a My Way song next week in the show. The new release on Iventi Records, but this one has been made by Piermout, Mauri. Also, he did a wonderful job with Nadia as a singer, with respect of the original. So listen to the It's So Easy remix.
no reason why feeling can come and go so easy? And as time goes by, you live for love, for love. Whoa, there's no reason why you should believe that in the past time. Every day you stay in my heart. Sweet pretender, I can't keep quiet. True surrender, I'm gonna make you mine. It's so easy now. How can it be so easy? And tonight I realize my lucky that could be with you. It's so easy now. How can it be so easy? And tonight no one can take you from me. You're forever mine. There's no reason why we two were made for one another. When you're near, try to be full of love. Whoa, please don't pass me by. Make up your mind, and I won't let you go. Don't waste the precious time here and now. Sweet pretender, I can't keep quiet. True surrender, I'm gonna make you mine. It's so easy now. How can it be so easy? And tonight I realize my lucky that could be with you. It's so easy now. How can it be so easy? And tonight no one can take you from me. You're forever mine. It's so easy now. How can it be so easy? And tonight I realize my lucky that could be with you.
I know, I realize you can't compete with Dora Caraviglio, but she is coming very near. This Nadia from Italy in the wonderful cooperation with Mauri Pirota, aka Piermout. They did a wonderful job in this, well, beautiful remix. I like it. I really like it. It's new. It's calling other emotions. So it's really easy also to make a mistake in my enthusiasm. Twice I said 14th of February, that's Valentine's Day. Oh, Marcello, are you a romantic guy? Yes, I am. I'm a romantic guy. So maybe you were thinking about Valentine. Yes, I was thinking about Valentine. You know, the Vince Lanzini party. Shut up. The Vince Lanzini party is the 11th of February. Thank you, chatters, to help me see my mistake. So excuse me, I was carried away, I was carried away. So the 11th of February, that's the date in the Cultuurlab for Vince Lanzini. But of course, you can imagine that it's not going to be on a Tuesday or whatever. So you understand that I was, with a blush on my cheeks, I was mistaken for the date. So let's have a wonderful Valentine, but go to Vince Lanzini on the 11th on a Saturday. And thank you, Gwen and Gondor and all the others, to correct me. Okay, oh my gosh. We have some memories to share, so we invite Andrea later after this song to the microphone. He has had a long warming up to be with us and to say something more about his private business, about his private life regarding Italo disco music, and of course referring also to the friendship that we have with Matteo Redigolo and so many others. But first, the memories sung by Rose.
Thinking of the times you with your arms around me.
Grazie Gianfranco Bortolotti for co-creating this wonderful song sung by Rose and on the Media record label. The Media record label was then quite small, but it became huge with Gigi D'Agostino and all the other famous stars of that label. So, well, I hope you are ready. And Matteo was nearly fainting, I think, for the little interview.
Call the ambulance.
Yeah, with Andrea Francescato, because he is in Holland. So welcome to the radio show, man.
Thank you.
Okay, you feel at home, right?
Yeah, finally, after all this time, behind the screen, seeing everybody working, finally I'm in person here in the studio, so I'm eating pizza with the pizza guy, with Marcello, with everybody. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah, well, for us, it's always a sensation to invite people to the radio studio, because then you see it, like you said, from the other side, because usually you watch the screen. Now you are part of the whole scene here.
As Matteo says, you tocchi con mano, you touch with your hand, you experiment.
Yes,
You
that's it.
You bring it inside of you.
Now you're mentioning Matteo. Can you maybe explain how you guys came into the Italo disco scene? Because I'm honest, not so many young Italian guys, I refer to you as a young guy, are into the Italo disco music. Maybe into the dance made in Italy or the 90s or whatever, but not so much to be seen as the 80s lovers. And you really are genuine 80s lovers. You are broad-minded in disco styles also. But how did you came across with Matteo for this Italo disco?
Matteo, everything stems from the Audio Technica logo you have on your headphones.
Yes,
because we were working together, and during the lunch break, he looked at my computer and said, "Are you a fan of Audio Technica?" I said, "Yeah, I have a turntable at home which I used to listen to my vinyls." Mm-hmm. I said, "Yeah, me too." And he said, "Don't you have your collection? I want to see some of your discs." He says, "I listen to a lot of disco." Disco? Italo disco. I know some of that. Mm-hmm. And he started to scroll down and say, "Okay, I know this, I know this, I know this." And I say, "You know what? Next time there's a fair, I can bring you with me, and we're going to spend some time together." And that's how everything started.
Wonderful, wonderful. Because, when I was in Italy in the 80s, and a lot of people will recognize the same thing, maybe also a little bit later, but if we were talking about Italo disco, the main Italy sound, they would stare at you and didn't understand, because the usual thing was made for the export. It was for the export, and we needed to refer to disco mix. Then they could understand maybe the 45 12-inch, so the big one
directed to disco. So it's
but was
safe to say.
Yeah, but I was in Merak music, so when I was trying to find discs like this one, we're going to play the Merak label. There was no Merak of Valerie Dore or whatever in that shop. That was really, a bit disappointing with the label on the top of the shop, and they didn't have their own records there. Discotto, the same thing. The shop was well known as the hard rock specialist of Milano, Cologno Monzese, and not really for the Italian. They had just a few, but the distribution of Discotto was very good in those days, so I had them all. That I wasn't surprised. So it has been difficult. How about you guys? How did you find the vinyls? Is it via the record fairs, or maybe via other friends, or maybe a shop or a discotheque?
Well, Matteo has a private collection of his own, because he got some through his father, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tradition, so he got some of that. And while I basically bought all of them, I didn't have any tradition with me, so he had just to choose and buy.
But you find them in a record fair? Or?
Yeah, record fair, or maybe you go to certain shops, they still have some.
And is it still difficult to purchase? Is it costuous?
Some records are still costly. For example, me and Matteo found something in Bologna that was costing something like 400 euros. So it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But again, if you're searching for the niche, it's for a collector, it's very tempting not to buy it. You have to be very careful with your money.
But it depends on the condition of the song, right?
Depending on the condition of the disc. But of course, if the money is that, you have to bet on the quality of the disc.
Yeah,
There's a quality behind the
Of
price,
course, of course. After the Mirok song that we're going to play a Disco Magic song brought to us by Ron, which is very, very rare. And also, well, you have to pay a lot of money to find that one. But nevertheless, you say the right thing. If you want to have your collection maybe complete, or maybe try to make it more complete, you have to, in these days, pay something extra if it's in mint condition.
Otherwise, you have just to get lucky. For example, for the Merck disc, just €5, and you bring it home. But you have to search.
Yeah, you have to search.
You have to dig for the crates, and you find something.
Well, Fred Ventura said the same thing. You have to dig for the music, because he was finding the Miami Nights, which was was the first song in the Spazio Disco, and Maurizio is always creating the video parts of that presentation. Fred Ventura said the same thing. But now the question: how does a guy from Italy, Andrea, you, come into Holland now to work and to live for some months? How come?
By sheer luck, I would say. There's no reason behind it. He had just to go, abroad for study reasons and to perform an internship. And the lady luck decided that the place to perform my internship was around the radio. It was right behind the corner, and that's.
Yeah.
Here we are, I would say.
I was astonished when you said there could be a response from other countries as well.
Yeah.
And then you said, well, the chance is not too big maybe that I will go to Holland, but there is a chance. And the next thing is, I'm going to Zoetermeer. Wow, that's very near
Even
the
in
radio.
November, I told you, maybe I'm going to Germany, maybe I'm coming to the Netherlands. There's a 50-50 chance, and you were lucky. Or unlucky, depending on the perspective.
So then people maybe want to know, have you any maybe favorite artist or favorite label? Is there anything that you can mention as, okay, I'm very happy to have that one, or maybe I'm searching for that one? Is there anything you can mention for the Italo Disco
For
music?
example, one, it's an hidden gem I'm trying to search is Bad Passion.
Oh yeah, the Steel
Mind. Yeah. We have found it, me and Matteo, in Den Bosch, the fair. But there were the two versions. The bootleg one, the one was it's lasting more than the original one.
Yeah.
And the other one. So Matteo got one, I didn't. But in any case, I tried to find the one with the original cover.
It's a beautiful one to have.
It's a beautiful one.
Yeah.
It's hidden. It's not that commercial. It's good to have.
Is there any commercial sound that you also appreciate? Because there were a lot of commercial sounds also in the...
You just had to read my top 100 submission this year.
Okay, we will.
For example, the top disc I graded was Fred Ventura, Flex. You never change no more.
Oh my gosh.
You never change no
of
more.
Course.
It's a very, stompy song. You can sing along. You can do whatever you want.
But I think now the people listening to the show and viewing the show and in the live chat present, they now have discovered you as a real fan. Because if a fan is saying something about Bad Passion, Steel Mind, also about Flex, You'll Never Change No More, then you are a real, genuine fan of the Italo Disco music. So thank you for that.
Because you still have to hear Matteo here in my place. So
of course.
you're going to see him.
Well, Matteo, because people maybe say, oh, they're talking about Matteo. Matteo, who's Matteo? Well, he's in the live chat now, but nevertheless, he's coming to Holland for the performance of Vince Lanzini. 11 February, 11th of February, sorry again. And he will be here in the radio for sure. That's why, Matteo, Andrea brought the Tutti Quanti song also to play. But I wait for that one when you're here in the studio, because I think we need to see you guys singing along with Tutti Quanti.
It's the first live performance of Tutti Quanti, even for the French records. So it's the first one live.
That would be wonderful, yeah. So now we're going to make a long story a bit shorter. You have brought also the Tovarich Gorbachev. Well, we had tonight D. White from Russia with the cooperation with Rubik's in the UK. Is there any reason why you have taken this one? I'm not sure if we can show it to the people. Maybe you recognize this one. Otherwise, go to the YouTube channel or the internet and find this one. It's about Gorbachev. That's easy. The Tovarich is the comrade Gorbachev. Why did you choose that one? Or is it by chance that you found it?
No, that was a nice finding because I found it for just maybe less than €5 to a fair. It was lying down in a pile, and I just picked it up and said, Matteo, look at that.
Yeah, that's how.
Okay, and bring it home.
That's how it goes. Matteo, look at this one. Well, Matteo is a kind of guy that's also writing stories about Italo disco, the passion, the songs, the covers, etc., etc. So it's really interesting to follow that guy. I hope that one day maybe you guys go on the Facebook channel also, of course, because a lot of people are referring to Facebook lots of times. But nevertheless, Matteo will be here live in the studio together with you. And maybe also with Francesco or, well, we will see. Whoever. So, usually, I told you before, we are not having politics in the show. We avoid it because it makes no sense. And you know, the people involved in the music scene in Russia or near Russia, they hate the situation as much as we do. They are not involved in political preferences or whatever. So, people, I hope you don't mind that we have now this thing on the turntable that maybe you shouldn't have chosen. But this is how it is. It is a beautiful Italo disco song. It's made in Bologna for the Mirror record label. So that's why we are going to play it.
Otherwise, you can censor it later in the YouTube video. Yeah.
No, we won't.
But Gorbachev was a very good man.
And he was for us.
He was the best one.
He was the best for us.
Like Brezhnev. No, Brezhnev.
No, he was quite. According to us, he was quite okay. But then again, I said no politics here in the show. Is there anything you want to say to the fans? At the moment,
I would say enjoy the music, enjoy the stream. I know some of you from the chat that everybody. I turn up. Everybody's
Say once again what's your name in the chat? Then we will recognize you.
It's just my name, so I'm the only one. So you would recognize me.
Frances. No. Okay, I'm joking. Andrea, of course.
Andrea Franci, yes, that's the name.
Yes.
But in any case, I would just say enjoy the music, enjoy the time. Even better if with somebody else. Like in my case, I found Matteo by chance. Like I found this place here by chance. So if you find somebody who appreciates this kind of music, why not? Why not? Sharing together, You share the experience, you share the music.
Open your heart to the music, and then the rest is coming.
It's coming along.
It's coming along. Grazie. It's not the last time that we see you here. Maybe also not in front of the microphone. Thank you, grazie mille.
Thank you.
And of course, Matteo, grazie again for the bevande. I was very happy with that gift. And we have some more records to choose from in the upcoming weeks when Matteo is coming along here in the studio to enjoy the music. And of course, the company of the friends that we have in the live chat at the moment. Thank you for being with us. And in the meantime, enjoy this Tovaris Gorbachev, the Midnights Moscow on the Mirror record label at Radio Stad Den Haag and Iventi d'Azzurro. Grazie, Andrea.
Спасибо, Бровнавки, нам будем бодка, товарищ Горбачев. Ти ни спревниец воронин, чтоб то мабити рабочки. Миреннуш, а на пурновен чеховниец на попков. Если на пропонio но Сталин? Нет. Сибирия? Нет. Калашников? Нет. Афганистан? Нет. Ленин? Да. Борисников? Да. Евтушенко? Да. Miena Potjomkin, to Dobradina, Broskina, Dobroskina. Принятьевка Пазипы, Цар, Распутин, Молотов, Достоевский, Нуреев, Гагарин, Пастернак Борис.
Товарищ Горбачев, до свидания. I know I'm gonna брюски кудедания. Товарищ Горбачев, до свидания. I know I'm gonna брюски
or in the room with a staircase, a big one, you can indeed go ahead with your voice.
Marcello, sing it. Tavares Gorbachev.
Enough.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So if you are going to bed, which I really can understand if you are in the Central European times, or maybe even worse, more east, I can understand that you are leaving the live chat and the radio show. But you know, it has been recorded, so you can always go to the YouTube channel later on and to listen to the show once again, because we are not finished yet. We have some things to do to finish, including the dance made in Italy. Because, you know, if we're going to Italy, Georgios is really anxious to know what's coming up with the dance made in Italy. Well, I have revealed already in the live chat to Georgios and all others from the year 2000, so 22 years ago already, something more. It has been appeared on the I Am record label 032. Mod hit featuring Medina, Yo Tengo Yerba Buena. You know, when you have a wonderful sticky maybe to smoke, Yo Tengo Yerba Buena, you can make a song about it, and it's really something with the synthesizers you all love from the 90s. Oh!
y te traigo la hierba buena y te curo hasta el mal de amor. Yo tengo hierba buena, yo tengo hierba buena y te traigo la hierba buena y te curo hasta el mal de amor. Yo tengo hierba buena.
Thank you, Silber, also for your feedback of this wonderful Yo Tengo Yerba Buena. And it was brought to you by Mod Hit featuring Medina. Ron, wat leuk om jou hier even bij te want dat komt niet zo vaak voor.
Ik kom niet zo vaak voor.
Nee, maar je bent wel vaker te gast, maar niet aan de microfoon.
Nee.
En dit heeft toch een speciale reden, want wij communiceren deze dagen zeer vaak over wat wij van plan zijn met de bekendmaking van de nieuwe releases, wanneer we wat willen doen en hoe we het willen doen. Maar je bent nu hier ook omdat we eigenlijk ook een beetje een saluto willen geven aan Eddie Miami.
Ja, Eddie Miami is momenteel op vakantie. Die is vanmorgen vertrokken naar Canarische eilanden.
Yes.
Die zien we gelukkig 2 weken niet terug. Dus we kunnen de hele boel opgooien.
Dat zijn jouw
mijn woord. Hij luistert dus terug morgen, dat weet ik zeker.
Maar gaat hij daar ook veel fietsen, denk je?
Hij gaat daar fietsen,
Fietsen,
ja.
oké.
Ja, dus of we hem nog heel terugzien, dat is een tweede. Maar,
dat is meestal het geval natuurlijk.
Ja,
bij iemand.
je weet het nooit bij hem, hè?
Je hebt daar rare weggetjes. Ja, oké. Maar het was een...
dus ik dacht van... we hebben nog van David Lime hebben we nog Let's Go to Canaries.
Ja.
Dat lijkt me heel toepasselijk.
Dus dat doen we daar dus een soort groet in muzikale vorm.
Zekers.
Met van jou uit, we missen je niet.
Totaal niet.
So in English, we are talking about Eddie Miami because he is just starting his holidays today, going to the Islas Canarias, to the Canarian Islands, and he's going to bike there and enjoy the sun and the water and everything else for a holiday. And of course, he deserves that. And we're just joking around. Don't worry, we are a very
that's typical
good
from
team.
Yeah, we are
team.
friends, and he understands exactly what we are doing. So.
Yeah, so that's why, just for the fun. Hey, Ed!
Hey.
For the fun. Atelalinea.
Ja, ga er maar van genieten. En iedereen is trouwens vrij om hem op te zoeken daar, hè? Hij doet een meet and greet.
Meet and greet, ja. Oh, geweldig.
Iedereen, als je iets langs ziet rondlopen met blond haar, stap op hem af.
Ja, grote Noorman, een viking.
Noorman, viking.
Viking.
Maar vraag gerust om een handtekening. Hij staat ervoor open.
Yeah, remember, this is a joke, remember.
Yeah.
But he's on holiday. That's not the joke. That's not the joke. And he's really on that island, enjoying himself with Susie. And so enjoy also the music brought to you here at Radio Stad by Iventi. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Bye.
To Canarias, come on, let's go.
Wonderful, of course, dedicated to Eddie Miami Edwards, our dear and, of course, well-estimated member of Iventi Tatsuro team, Iventi Records team. You know, it's sometimes a bit difficult to explain. We are all one team, of course, but nevertheless, the Iventi Records is a little bit different from Iventi Tatsuro, which was founded in 1986, and Iventi Records in 2006, and the first release was revealed in 2007. I'm going to refer now to Michiel van der Kuij once again, because the next song was composed completely by Michiel van der Kuij. Only the lyrics came from the guy John Mendes. Sounds a little bit South American, right? A little bit the tropical name. But it's a beautiful song, and I think not so often played on the turntable here at Radio Stad, but nevertheless, it's a beautiful one, and I hope you can really enjoy this song. Love is the Reason, 1985. Remember the name, John Mendes, and on Break Records, it has been pressed on vinyl in that year.
Didn't know what's coming over me the day I met my pretty baby. Some friends of mine wouldn't come along. They told me, boy, there's something wrong, you're crazy. I couldn't help that feeling now. I tried to fight it, but I didn't know how. It's useless. So I went back home to cool my mind. There's something and it drives me blind inside me. But then that day my mother told me, boy, I had it once before, so just enjoy. Love is the reason for making you the strangest day and night, yeah. So just enjoy it. You have a great big time, so don't you spoil it, no. So now I know the reason what went wrong. My girl's the one who turns me on. Love is the reason for making you the strangest day and night. Now every day when I wake up, my love grows more and it won't stop. I love her. I know that she loves me too, just the way like I do my baby. No use for us by trying to pretend. We know our love will never end. Love is the reason for making you the strangest day and night, yeah. So just enjoy it. You have a great big time, so don't you spoil it, no. Didn't know what's coming over me the day I met my pretty baby. Some friends of mine wouldn't come along. They told me, boy, there's something wrong, you're crazy. But then that day my mother told me, boy, I had it once before, so just enjoy. Love is the reason for making you the strangest day and night, yeah. So just enjoy it. You have a great big time, so don't you spoil it, no. So now I know the reason what went wrong. My girl's the one who turns me on. Love is the reason making you the strangest day and night. So every lover, don't you never wonder why. Love your partner so your love will never die. And try to live your life in peace and harmony. Don't you ever go in stranger, think at me. Love is the reason for making you the strangest day and night, yeah. So just enjoy it.
having a hug and cuddle with this sweet song by John Mendes. And I surprised not only Jay, but also Gwen, Mama Radio, with this John Mendes, Love is the Reason. Exactly, 1985, Michiel van der Kuij, remember this one. And Adi and Marjolein had found the perfect way to cuddle, because they are going to listen to the show in bed just before going into their dreams and into sleep. This is the Hildegard of yesterday night, but not satanicamente. No, we are going to play the Lucifero, especially for the fans who like this kind of other kinds of Italo disco.
Che luce strana negli occhi hai, non ti resiste nessuno mai, facciamo un patto fra noi se vuoi, tu mi seduci, con quei tuoi occhi grigi, tu mi seduci, mi prendi l'anima, dolce commenti hai sempre tu. Ripensamenti io non ho più, non è successo che chiederò, ma di avere l'uomo che io so. Tu dammi un'ora questa sera, con lui tu dammi un'ora e ti do l'anima. Con quei tuoi occhi grigi, tu mi seduci, mi prendi l'anima. Ciao Lucifero, dove vai? Un filtro magico mi farai, lo metto dentro un po' di champagne e già lo sento in pugno ormai. Tu dammi un'ora questa sera, con lui tu dammi un'ora e ti do l'anima. Dolce inferno, con te ritorno, amore eterno, a te io voglio. Dolce inferno, fare uno sbaglio ma notte e giorno, per me ti voglio. Meglio l'inferno che rimanere sola in eterno, il tempo mai non vola. Meglio l'inferno che rimanere sola, meglio l'inferno che rimanere sola. Dolce inferno, con te ritorno.
It has been published before on a Disco Magic compilation, and this is a very rare CDP single. And well, it's Hildegard. It's not really sounding Italian, but she is really singing in the Italian language. And I'm very glad that Ron, from his personal collection, of course, there are bodyguards behind me, etc., to preserve the safety of this single. It's not going to be a disco lunch show, because then I'm going to be killed, for sure. Then I'm going to be killed. I can't leave the studio alive when it's just disco lunch show. This is going to be very, very carefully put here aside. And thank you, Ron. Oh, this is going to be... I will do it again later on. I need to say something about, of course, what Gwen was referring to yesterday, the birthday of Bobby Orlando. I was planning to do something, but yesterday there was so many attention for Bobby Orlando songs already. I skipped that. I told you about Marco van Dalen, but also today the news was that Gina Lollobrigida was closing her eyes. So the world lost also a very famous actress and photographer in Gina Lollobrigida. The birthdays that we have seen of Upster, David Lynn, Philip Austin in Canada, Emile Derwoord, Filippo Bacchini, Steven Brunsman, German T. Lungi, Robert Jurek, Claudio Corradini, and today Andy Buste. Happy birthday to you all, and I hope that you will have a wonderful upcoming year in health and happiness, of course. I thank all you guys and girls out there, maybe for the first time tuned in on this radio station, Radio Stad Den Haag, maybe because of, well, I'm quite certain, of Rubik's, that you have enjoyed the song and the little interview with him regarding Atlantis with D. White. And I'm very happy to say so that a lot of people maybe have listened to what they care about. Good music, 99% of course made in Italy, but sometimes because in view of friendships that we have, relationships between fans and musicians, we could have the UK extra in the spotlight. And also, well, our Russian friends, they are very dear to us because also they have difficult times. Remember that it's not about that everybody is involved in the invasion, etc., etc. You know what I mean. So thank you all for joining us, and next week we create another episode of Iventi d'Azzurro here at Radio Stad Den Haag. Thanking Michiel for the support,
Great.
Maurizio for the digital things, and all the other supporting help that he is giving with the digital things. Maybe next week we could present maybe the digital project what you have had under your hands. No, not yet. Okay, so then we have next week for sure 2 other new releases to present to you, amongst which is for certain My Way by Numa. It's really going to be an exploding bomba on Iventi Records. And, well, for an exception, Andrea knows what I'm talking about. It's really a good song coming from Italy. Also, young guys, Mauri and Nunzio. And, of course, supported by AFM. Aka, of course, the guys called Marco and Dennis. Ron, thank you for also supporting with the Iventi releases and all the communication that we had and we still need to have with the publications around the new releases. I'm going to conclude the show with something very appropriate because Roberto Zanetti saying something about saying ciao, saluti, goodbye, gute Nacht. En ook goeie nacht allemaal. And good night to all of you out there. Buenas noches and Kalinita. And, well, what else to say? Grazie mille from my heart to your heart. Waving goodbye. Ciao a tutti. Ciao a tutti. Ciao, ciao. Goodbye.
clock is ticking loud. It seems the only sound that fills this empty place of need. Reflections of your face, you lighten near the vase. Your lipstick on the glass by me. Goodbye, lonely words are in my mind. Your eyes don't hide, you lover's eye. You capture someone else tonight. So goodbye, don't forget that you will find the try to keep my tears aside. The clock is ticking loud. It seems the only sound that fills this empty place of need. Reflections of your face, you lighten near the vase. Your lipstick on the glass by me. Goodbye, lonely words are in my mind. Your eyes don't hide, you lover's eye. You capture someone else tonight. So goodbye, don't forget that you will find the try to keep my tears aside.
Roberto Zanetti hoorde hier in deze Savage Goodbye. De laatste plaat in Iventi dat Zuro hier voor vanavond. Ik hoop dat je genoten hebt ook van de Freewheel Show. Hij was kort, maar was wel leuk, hoop ik. Hey, voor de rest ga ik je even heel kort doornemen wat we nog voor de rest hebben de komende weken hier op dit radiostation. We hebben morgenavond, hij is IJzenwederdienende weer terug. Herman van Velzen in zijn wijntje, plaatje, praatje. Nee, dat heet tegenwoordig de Stad Super 1, 2 of 3. Ik denk dat het morgen Stad Super 1 wordt. Want ja, Edward zit natuurlijk in Gran Canarias en de Batsie zal wel niet thuis meer uitkomen. Want ja, dat lekt er allemaal daar de laatste tijd. Maar voor de rest, ook nog woensdagavond, vergeet het niet, hebben we André den Hartog in zijn Stad Classics. Daar kan je hoe sampled hoe en allerlei leuke klassieke plaatjes, maar ook 90s voorbij horen komen. Donderdagavond hebben we natuurlijk weer Harold Zwaardman in Remixed. En vrijdagavond weer de Freaky Friday Night. Hey joh, ik hou het heel kort. Bedankt je voor het luisteren. Vergeet ook niet dat we weer een Haagse flitsende 50 hebben voor aanstaande, je weet wel, zondagavond. En die flitsende 50 voor zondagavond is het jaar 1983. Dan weet je dat alvast. Ik wens je wel te rusten en tot morgen, 8 uur.
Every Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Central European Time, we spin those old school dance hits, Italo disco and high energy from the 80s. www.radiostaddenhaag.nl. Live with your requests. Go to our website, click the box and mail us your request. Radio Stad Den Haag, every Sunday live.
Iedere zondag tussen 5 en 7 Michiel van der Brugge in Doucheko. Met natuurlijk een terugblik naar de Haagse flitsende 50 uit de 80s. Jouw douche vol met disco. Elke zondag tussen 5 en 7 op Radio Stad.